All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Ka Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakak Wadash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Heroin as well. Salutations to the Archon that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Chanak Sha'an Bar Yasharala from the Lions and the Yasharala camp. And coming with a quick lesson on the News and Prophecy page dealing with this article right here. And it says, Hot News. China's Xi takes APEC by storm after stealing the show with his headline statements. And the APECs are the Asian Pacific Economical Corporation or Community. I think it's corporation. All right. As a matter of fact, I think I got it right here. Yeah. So the APEC is the Asian Pacific Economic Corporation. It says um, the APEC is an intergovernmental forum for 21 member economies in the Pacific Rim that promotes free trade throughout Asia Pacific region. Following the success of Xi's series of post-ministerial conferences launched in the mid-1980s, APEC started in 1989 in response to the growing independence of Asia Pacific economies and the advent of regional trade blocs. In other parts of the world, it is aimed to establish new markets for agricultural products and raw materials beyond Europe. Headquartered in Singapore, APEC is recognized as one of the highest level multilateral blocs of oldest forums in Asian Pacific region, and experts are significant and exerts a significant global influence. All right. So apparently they had a summit, APEC summit, and some of the things that China was talking about to me was interesting because that shows the direction that they're going, and that direction is going straight for a new monetary system. Um, so basically, which is going to bring in the mark of the beast and also bring in war, because what he was talking about is, stop using the Asia Pacific as as battle testing grounds to increase military capabilities and focus on the economics, the global economy. So that's the aim that which both are going to be done at the same time, because as simultaneously you're going to have the implementation of the chip while all out war is going on. So it shows the teeter totter that some nations are leaning in towards this direction and others are leaning more uh into an economical uh building of the infrastructure, thus preparing for the fourth industrial revolution, which ultimately is the tying the straw man to the human being itself and having the people be what's manufactured in the fourth industrial revolution, which will create the Internet of Things. All right. It says China's President Xi Jinping is taking APEC by storm after making headline statements about the region. His recent statements have set off tidal waves as worldwide leaders become sidelined in the chaos of Xi, after Xi reportedly told off China's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and noted what APEC's goals should encompass. According to Thai Inquirer, Xi called the APEC region to, to focus on economic development first and save the power struggle between nations as not as an afterthought. All right, so let's get this money, right? Let's establish our economy and let these other nations spend all their money trying to build up their military might. Because one thing about it, you can have the weapon for war, but if you ain't got the money to use those weapons, they're nothing but paperweights. All right, it says the Asia Pacific is no one's backyard and should not become an arena for big power contests. No attempt to wage a cold war will ever be allowed by the people or by our times. All right, because that cold war ain't gonna be no cold. It's gonna be a hot war, man. It says he furthered that the 21st century has been taken by the region as it accounts for one third of the world's population and more than 60% of the world's economy. Then he went on to say that the region, that's why, yeah, because China owns a lot of America's debt. So when they start dumping off that debt, by them being them, by that area being 60% of of the established global economy, right? And they're able to be that with the help of the American dollar. But once they revisit that what they're doing right now and create a new monetary system or a new dominant currency in the SDR or in the IMF, um you're going to witness America being pulled back down to the bottom. Now they're going to try to keep up by making a digital form of the dollar, but ultimately these countries are going to have, they're going to be like, hey, well, we can use our money for this and we can use our money for that, just like how America uses their money all over the world. All right. So now you're witnessing the American dollar no longer slowly declining as being the global standard of currency throughout the earth. All right. And that's being done by Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. He said, then he went on to say that the regions accounts for almost 50% of global trade and has the most dynamic growth potential in the world. Right. So now that's why you're witnessing like not Joe Soros said they're going to set China up as the new powerhouse nation and economically, and America's going to be slowly lagging behind. All right. It says currently the Asian Pacific enjoys overall stability. Cooperation in our region has been steadily advanced, and peace development and win-win cooperation remain the underlying trend in this region. He then laid a heavy hand toward what he calls a Cold War mentality, unilateralism, hegemonism, and instability, saying such acts are hampering economic ties. Xi says that such a mentality distorts international norms, impedes development cooperation, and ignites conflicts in the region. Then he blames such issues as burdening the region's peace and development. And he's basically talking about the West or America and NATO, all right, and all everybody that's allied with them. As a Z statement were outlined as a six-page document in which he promoted these ways of modernization over the current westernized route. He called out the United States influence that is currently seen in the region as proposed a counter alternative that would help create conditions of ensuring economic development and durable peace and stability in the Asia Pacific. All right, it says the Chinese president's statements have grabbed headlines worldwide, leaving Thailand's Prime Minister in the dust. His statements were largely unprecedented, with other global leaders in awe of his bold speech. Traditionally, such statements have been reserved for the host country of such global meetings so as to not steal the limelight from the host. Some observers say Prayut will forever be indebted to China with Xi's recent turf grabbing. Just another example of how Prayut's administration serves as only another puppet to China. But everything that's surrounding China is a puppet to the United States. So basically, they're trying to get everybody to focus on money and focus on economical growth worldwide. But but Yahweh Shem Yahushai has a trick for that, man. All right. So basically, with the with the way they're trying to build economic growth and GDP worldwide, America is not going to be able to stand up because they don't have what it takes. They don't. America is a major importer. America exports nothing. So with that being said, they have nothing to offer in this transition of the way the global economy is going. All right. So we bring this one scripture out all the time. Um, Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no more throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Right. So now, with that being said, um, China thinks because they're witnessing the fall of the economics of America that it's their turn to stand up and rise from the ashes of America. But Yahweh Shem Shai has something else planned for them. You know, it says this is Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 1. It says, "Woe unto Babylon and Asia! Woe be unto Egypt and Syria." So all those regions, America from representing the West and NATO, which is Babylon. Asia represent, all those nations over there on Eurasia. And then you have Egypt, Africa, and Syria, all those places surrounding in the Middle East. All right. So, and it says, "Gird yourselves with cloth of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." Right. So now they're thinking peace, peace, but suddenly destruction, is going to come upon them. You know. So pretty much, the whole world is going to suffer from an economical collapse worldwide, and it's going to be brought forth by Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, so that's what you can look forward to. They'll try to build, but the Lord's going to tear it down, man. All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and serve His purpose. With that, the light Sekah Halayim La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Harikah Kwadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone and my elder Heroine as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, the sincerity and truth, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.